Hey, my days, man. Honestly, just end it now. Just cancel the window. I've had enough. Oh, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. I would say happy Friday, but it isn't, is it, really? Don't want to be doom and gloom and everything. But now it's really happening, is it? Well, we kept Isak for now, apparently. Saudi want him. Getting to that in a minute, but aye, for that live stream last night, talking about the deals, having a little rant about the behind-the-scenes stuff where we haven't got things in motion, and, you know, there's only Eddie Howe and his nephew Andy who's bloody trying to do transfer dealings, and Howe's getting annoyed at the lack of incomings, and we're definitely annoyed at the lack of incomings, because we're going out to Glasgow tomorrow. I'm actually buzzing for that, to be fair, so looking forward to that one. Shout out to everyone that's going along, and make sure you just check out the video if you want there, as I'll be taking you along with me in a match day vlog. So I'm actually excited and buzzing. I keep forgetting about it. It came around quick. Well, has it came around quick? Kind of feels like it took ages, to be honest, this summer, with no football, no international football, that bollocks Club World Cup. But anyways, shout out to the women last night who got through to the Euros, though, in the worst penalty shootout ever. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to get back to football, to get back to away days tomorrow. That's going to be class. But this transfer window is really taking its toll on me now. Like, I mean, the only signing we've got is Anthony Langer, which was this time last week, which took all week to announce last week. And I'm pleased with that. I'm very happy with that one. But we know we need more. We're getting linked to everyone. We're getting no interested in this. We're exploring this too. We've done more exploring than Chris Columbus. Can we start doing some signings? Not explorings. Yeah, we know where everything is now. There's 40 odd days left of the transfer window. I'm not going to go into a rant. We're not going to go into a rant on that anyways. I'm going to go into the rant on this rumour. Alexander Isak to Saudi Arabia. Apparently Al Hilal are exploring, there's that word again, a deal for the Swedish forward. They've got their tails up now. They've heard about Liverpool coming close. Well, you know, there's no money issues there for them to hire bid in. But everyone, I know they'll be in the comments, and everyone, my first reaction reading this news was like, really? Seriously? Is that going to benefit us? And then I thought, well, actually, it kind of could. Is it ridiculous, or is it genius? Well, it is ridiculous, because I can't see it happening. We'll put that out there for one. But let us know in the chat what you think, and could you see it happening? I'll just put the specs on to get this right. And this came from Damasio, who is a Sky Sports reporter, and he's got nearly 2 million followers. So it's not like it came from a clickbaity Twitter article that's trying to get you to their website with 4 million pop-ups that nobody wants to see. He is a Sky Sports reporter and a football transfers expert, apparently. Followed by Romano, followed by everyone. Interviewing Bellingham there on his page. So he's the real deal, like. But Gianluca Damasio, does he just put out a load of waffle as well? I don't know. But in his article, very short article to be fair, and a lot of it is just mentioning the fact of Liverpool approaching him this week. So now Al Hilal want to jump in and get him since the Scouts has failed. I said it wouldn't be a problem, even though they own both clubs. Yep, it is PIF that owns Al Hilal and Newcastle United. But they're saying it wouldn't be an issue. And they really want to bring him to Saudi Arabia. They see him as the best striker in the world at the minute, and they'll want to see him over in Saudi. They really want to push him to get him there. They're stating that all the attention Isak's getting this week, all the news, everything's been about Isak, Liverpool, Isak. They're saying that sort of fame, that sort of big name is why they want to bring him to Saudi Arabia. Obviously, they've done it with Ronaldo, they've done it with loads of other players, and they see Isak as one to do it. Is Isak the one that would jump the gun to get more money? Would he be interested in that? I think Isak comes across to me as more of a professional, more of an ambitious individual who wants to win trophies, wants to be in the Champions League, and wants to kick on that way. And of course, he's still got years ahead of him to make that Saudi sort of switch. However, many other players have done it. I mean, John Duran, 20-year-old at the time, I think he was, went to Saudi from Villa, and now obviously he's gone to Turkey or something. So crazy career there. But the point being, many young players have done it. Many young players in the past have done it. Oscar, when he moved abroad, other players that have went to China, other players that have went to Qatar, other players that have went to Saudi Arabia. It does happen, so you can't rule it out, because when these sort of players get offered these sort of crazy amounts of money, I mean, you know, all we're hearing is Isak's unhappy that he hasn't been given a new contract. These agents in his ear saying, you know, if you did go to Liverpool or went somewhere else, you could triple your money. He's only on 120 grand a week in Newcastle. We say only because in footballing terms, and when you look at strikers like Rashford on 350 grand a week, hey, you will be thinking, I'm the best in the world. Why am I getting paid so little? So they would have no problem at all of giving him 500 grand a week. There you go. Is that how much you want? No problem. Holland's on about 400 grand a week at Man City, isn't he? So he could easily go to Saudi and pick up $500,000 a week. No worries. Sort out his whole country. With that, to be fair, like, he wouldn't just be able to sort out his generational wealth, he'd be able to start building everything in Eritrea and all the rest of it. So, honestly, it would be massive. There would be a lot of money there. But this can't be. I struggle to believe that it came from a Sky Sports reporter with 2 million followers. It just can't. Surely not. Unless there's some sort of mad loophole here. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, fair enough, Saudi, you give us 200 million offer for Isak. We can then spend an absolute fortune, hundreds of millions for many years. That sorts out any FFP and PSR issues. Brilliant. And then you just loan him back in a few months' time. I just loan him back straight away. Bollocks, who cares? Loopholes. Start using them. Chelsea and Aston Villa specials. Start using loopholes. Bring him back. Bring him on loan. Get him here or there. Have a buyback clause, buyback option. Silly release clause in contract in Saudi so nobody else can get him apart from us again. Those are all sort of mad little conspiracy theories that are already doing the rounds. Or the real thing is that that's just not going to happen, to be fair, because I can't see it. I mean, surely not. Surely not going to happen that, like. I mean, the thought of Isak going to Saudi, the owners of Newcastle United and Al Hilal, but they obviously care way more about Saudi Pro League than the Premier League if they were to take our best player. Or, as I've said, is it the case of, they'd give us a couple $100 million for him, and then we'd be able to go mad and spend a whole load of money on replacement, actually build a starting 11, to be fair, with that money, with it being amortised over years, you could spend double, triple that. You could spend a good few $100 million on our team. So there is that. There is obviously the case of it getting away from a Premier League rival, so we know Liverpool's not going to get him now, but Arsenal wouldn't get him. I know they're getting Gyökeres. Man City, if they fancied it just for the crack. Chelsea, because they want to sign everyone. Man U, they managed to pluck money out of thin air like they have done with Mbumo. Yeah, there's that's a positive that he would be going over to Saudi and not a challenger, not even a Champions League challenger, not even like a Barcelona, who he's linked to go to next year. So there is that. But for me, I struggle to believe this. Like, surely, this is what I mean earlier. End the window, end the nonsense. It's getting out of hand, isn't it? Surely he's at the Saudi from the same owners. I don't know. It's gone berserk. That's the only thing I can think of where they would want to take him from us. Is obviously for the attention to Saudi, but also to give us a lot of money to spend on the team. But I still don't think we would want to lose them. And I still don't think Isak would want to go. But who am I to say what he would want and where he would want to go? Do you know what I mean? If he got offered silly money, then he might look at that and go, yeah, fair enough, see you later. Or he may just think, no, I'm happy here. Which he does seem happy here. And, he wants to stay in the Prem and he wants to stay in the Champions League and all the rest of it. But crazy rumours coming out in the past hour or so there. And like I said, it's a legitimate source. Where is it? The followers, the reporter in Sky? I don't know. Obviously, nothing else has came out from anywhere, but it won't be long before certain outlets pick up on it. But it can't be. It can't be true. Can it? On strikers linked to come to Newcastle then, there is Johan Wissa, who today is apparently off limits, according to Brentford, because as we just said, Man United have agreed a £71 million fee with Brentford for Bryan Mbeumo. Crazy, mad money there for him, really. I mean, Newcastle wanted him. No wonder we didn't end up getting him when Brentford are asking for that much money. Getting Elanga for 16 million less sounds pretty good when you say that out loud, to be honest. I was a big fan of Bryan Mbeumo, but I'm not paying 71 million for him. Well, obviously not personally. I haven't got that sort of money. That's, Saudi want to get on the phone. But I haven't got that. And Newcastle haven't got that. And Man United didn't have that, but somehow still managed to make the deal happen. So they've got him. Brentford have lost the main man in Bryan Mbeumo. They've got a lot of money for him, so they can reinvest it. The new manager, Keith Andrews, because they lost the manager, Thomas Frank to Tottenham, and they lost the captain, Norgard, to Arsenal. So they don't want to lose the next man, the next star player. They're probably the only one they've got left, to be fair, is Wissa. He is apparently not for sale now. They are not interested in listening to any offers from any clubs such as Newcastle, Spurs or Forest for the Congolese forward. They are going to rebuff all offers. And Newcastle are turning their attention to Wissa. That was on Sky Sports yesterday, instead of Ekitike, where, now it's happening today, by the way, that movie. Still no official bid from Liverpool, but obviously he's meant to be going to Anfield. Forest had a bid rejected last week for Wissa. A 25 million offer back in January was turned down as well. And that's off the back of Wissa enjoying his most prolific campaign ever, scoring 19 goals and 4 assists in the Prem last year. But Wissa does want to move. He wants a fresh challenge. He's seen all his mates go around to bigger clubs. No disrespect to Brentford, very good team. But he's seen his captain leave. He's seen his right winger leave. He's seen his manager leave. And he's like, I want to get out here as well, thank you very much. And he's only got 1 year left on his deal. So for me, is it a case that Brentford won't let him go, or they will just demand silly money like they did for Mbeumo? But it worked in the end, and they're in no rush. maybe Wissa will move late in the window, to be fair. I could see that one happening, because like I said on the live show last night, are they really going to let him sit and sulk for 12 months and then get £0 from next year? Where you could pick up a 30-40 million from this year. Apparently they value him at 50, which is nuts. He's 29 in September, and he's got 12 months left on his deal. So you're not getting that one, bees. Because they actually want to eclipse the record fee they received for a player, which was only last summer. Ivan Toney, 40 million to Saudi Al Ali. So that's mad how many players they have lost in recent times, to be fair. 49 goals in 149 games for Brentford. However, Newcastle are going to ramp up their interest. Eddie Howe is a big admirer of Isak and wants to get his hands on the player. They want to add to the firepower next season after losing Callum Wilson. But even after that interest, and if Brentford did listen to an offer, which according to these, they're going to rebuff all approaches, Wissa would prefer a move to North London with his ex-manager. Thomas Frank, who's now there at Spurs, that's where he wants to go apparently. So, Wissa might have the choice of Tottenham, Forest and Newcastle, but according to these, it doesn't matter who comes in for him, they're rejecting all bids. I find that tough to believe. If you get offered 40-odd million for a player with 1 year left, I reckon they'll take it. But there's a big rebuilding job to do there at Brentford, and it's a big ask for that Keith Andrews, who's never been a full-time manager before, to steady the ship. I reckon they're going to get relegated next season, to be honest, Brentford, the way they're heading. But you never know. They've got money to spend. They might actually start smashing it. Or maybe they'll keep a hold of Wissa. What do you reckon? Will he stay? Will he go? Who should come to Newcastle? Thoughts on the whole Saudi link with Isak? Is there any sense in it? Is there any logic to accepting it if it was a massive bid? Or is it a straight up, no thank you, what on earth's going on here? See you later. Right then, everyone. I will see you later. I'll see you tomorrow for the Celtic game. Or, if there's any breaking transfer news tonight, of course, we'll jump on and do a video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a like, and enjoy yourself.